Oil production is getting political. OPEC has cut back oil production, and in this video I'm going to explore oil and natural gas prices, but I'm going to answer the big question: can crypto traders benefit from this change in natural gas prices and oil prices? Yes, indeed. We can transfer Bitcoin or Litecoin over into simplefx.ca, and we can be trading with no KYC in just a few minutes. In this video, I'm going to look through the technical analysis of natural gas charts and oil charts and see where the opportunities might be for us crypto traders. If you enjoy this technical analysis, or if you're new to trading, be sure to check out my brand new channel, Digital Currency Traders. I've started to repost all of my training videos from the start, refreshed, re-edited. Check them all out. Learn these rules for risk control and learn these mistakes that all traders make. Fantastic content here. I hope it really helps you. Now let's jump into oil and natural gas prices. I'm going to check out the Relative Strength Index, the MACD indicator, the Ichimoku Cloud, and the Bollinger Bands. And what I'm looking for is my trading signal. You can learn more about my trading signal over on digitalcurrencytraders.com. Essentially what I'm looking for is the break of the downtrend line, the 1, 2, 3 formation to confirm, and the exponential moving average crossover. So let's zoom in some time frames on this now and see what it's telling us. So as I'm going through, the relative strength index does look like it's building for some bullish strength from here. As I get into the closer time frames, then I notice that we do have support and resistance from the past, and that we are consolidating right now above that support and resistance, giving us a very good risk to reward ratio if we were to be setting up a trade in this right now. For example, as I zoom out a little bit for perspective, I could be expecting that price would do a move up to support and resistance, and then I could put my stop loss down below the price level where it is right now, giving me a very good risk to reward ratio on a trade like this. I like what the relative strength index is doing, that we have some bullish divergence off this big bottom setting up here. We do have support above this reversal. Now let's go into the MACD indicator and see what it's telling us. Here in the daily time frame, we're just about to get a cross bullish. When we go to the 12-hour time frame, we can see that we've already had the cross bullish, and that happens when we do have the bottom and we do get a good 1, 2, 3. The 12-hour will cross as the 1, 2, 3 is forming. So if I go into the closer time frames now to see if this is losing momentum, this is good that we've had the pullback and the 1 hour is just about to cross bullish off of this support and resistance from the past. Especially since we're sitting above support and resistance from the past, we do have a 1, 2, 3 formation here that we're sitting on top of, retesting from above and then creating support. So breaks above this level are really important. One of my main indicators is the Ichimoku Cloud. We can see that the conversion line and baseline are very far apart. Usually they want to get back together when they're that far apart. So it seems like the down move is finished. The 12-hour has not crossed positive yet to give us a bullish move on this, but the 4-hour already has. So this will give us more confirmation again as we're moving up above this support and resistance, and we get above the cloud and test from above. These will be really important breakout confirmations here, especially as we get to this range. Then the 12-hour Ichimoku Cloud will be crossing over as well. I want to look at the shorter time frames to see if this is just a fake out. And this will give us more details for the bullish continuation as we're breaking above the cloud. And all of these time frames, it's really amazing. The candle pattern here is really strong. There's a lot of buying going on, a lot of volume in trading since this announcements with OPEC. Finally, let's take a look at the Bollinger Bands. And here I have the 200 period exponential moving average on the chart as well. It has served as support all the way along every time we've come back to it. And now let's zoom in on the different time frames, because right now in the daily time frame, it's not down to a deep reversal zone, but neither was it back in June either. So let's zoom in on time frames and see if we are hitting reversal zones in a closer time frame. Here on the 12-hour, it's narrowed down really tight. That's important because as we open up the Bollinger Band width indicator, we can see that we get big moves when that Bollinger Band width gets narrow. That's saying that a big move is building up right now. Let's go into the different time frames. 4-hour is also pretty narrow, but it's in the middle, so it's not really giving me any clear direction right now, but it is important to see how the reversal hammer candles lined up with this Bollinger Band mean reversion signal here. As we came to hit the third standard deviation, it bounced off of that. Now as we're creating a larger 1, 2, 3, it's fantastic. This is a really good setup here. Now for the second part of this video, I want to take a look at crude light oil futures on the US exchanges. It's bounced up pretty good here, and even though OPEC has made the announcement, that's a pretty strong move up, and it's beyond my 1, 2, 3 formation where I can't be looking to buy in right here, even if it's going to continue to go up. So I'm going to zoom in on the time frames to see what the relative strength index is giving us here. And certainly when I get a strong trend in the relative strength index, I'm watching for whenever that breaks. Let's go into the closer time frames. So it's much the same story when I get into the 4 hour. That's a pretty strong trend, and we're up to a very overbought territory, so it may come back. I was actually thinking earlier this week that we should be coming back to retest this gap that we had, this breakaway gap right here. Maybe it'll come back and fill that gap, but I really couldn't be buying in on this. It's not as exciting for me at this moment as natural gas price charts are. So if I zoom in on this, it could keep going, and the RSI would just stay in this overbought territory, and it would just keep going, and I would just have to stand aside and watch it. Let's go see what the other indicators are saying here, because it is bullish cross here on the daily for the MACD, and if I zoom into the 12 hour, it's doing good. The 4 hour is starting to cross, and that would, that would back up the pullback idea that I'm having. The 1 hour is giving us sort of a bearish divergence as the price is moving up. We can see that the RSI, or the MACD rather, is actually pulling back a little bit here. Let's go on and do the Ichimoku Cloud on the daily. It's just about to cross blue line over red, which is bullish for sure in the trend. So I wouldn't be surprised if this were to pull back and gain support to build a bigger 1, 2, 3, because we are breaking above the trend line here. We just haven't made a very good 1, 2, 3 formation, and it doesn't have to be that way. That this could be the 1, 2, 3 that we're done, and that's it. We're just going from here. So let's continue on the different time frames for the Ichimoku Cloud. All bullish here. That's full bull signal right there. It gives it lots of room for variability, but it's all bull on that signal. The hourly would be the first to come underneath this cloud and for the blue to cross below the red, but it's still all full bull as well. So it's all bullish. Nothing I can do in this market but just observe. Now I want to take a look at the Bollinger Bands, because we're coming up to hit underneath that 200 period exponential moving average on the daily. If we go into the 12 hour, it's actually widening and looking like it's making room for the trend to continue up. Whereas if it's going to reverse, then the bands generally stay sideways, price hits it and then goes back the other way, and it doesn't seem to be the case here. So again, the 4 hour, we just moved our way right up through that 200 period exponential moving average, tested it from above and just churning on. It does look like it's tightening down. It could be doing another big move up here. As I move into the 1 hour time frame, it's just bouncing off range after range. Nothing I can do in this market. It's not giving me the 1, 2, 3. Actually, the 1, 2, 3 is something that, I missed it here. There's the 1, 2, 3 over here. And there's another 1, 2, 3 breakout as we went past these zones. And so for my own trading, I would have to start out really small on these. This would have kicked me out. My stop loss would have been hit. I would have had to restart on this trade on the next breakout really small, keep my stop loss back until prices consolidated. Then I can move my stop loss up, and I'd still be just watching this market to see what's going on next. I'd be looking for my add-on signal. That's stage 4 of the trade, and I'll talk about that more in another video. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in on this one. It's an important time. We can see that oil production is starting to get political, and this is going to be prices moving. And as a crypto trader, we can sign up over on simplefx.ca, sign up without KYC, transfer in Bitcoin or Litecoin, and we can be leverage trading oil and natural gas in just minutes. Be sure to grab that first deposit bonus. Super grateful to have you along. Trade safe and keep those losses small.